Honestly, probably with the exception of the Ajax game, I felt that we've played some exhilarating football at times. And today, I don't think it was any different. I thought first half, Eddie Johnson held the ball up well. Sal Zizzo running in behind, Brian Amoni. You know, Brian was a little bit disappointed after the West Brom game. He came in and played well against Club America. He came in against West Brom, he was a little bit down. After his performance there, he felt that he cost us a little bit, and then he comes up and scores a header tonight. And as I say, I thought there wasn't one player on the field tonight, in the first half especially, that didn't look a quality player.
John, when you look, even though it's a friendly, and your team was able to kind of close out the game, does that have some significance for you going into this game, that the team showed that they could close out a team in the game?
Yes and no. I mean, obviously, because I've come in here before and said, you know, we lost the game tonight, but it's only an exhibition game, so it works both ways. But no, I think confidence-wise, you know, Stephen and Steve Bundy and David Hoss, I thought, you know, were excellent. We had a couple of scares, which you would expect when you play against quality opposition. But apart from that, I felt that there was, you know, for 60-something minutes, we played them off the park, and I think Roy Hodgson mentioned that last week after the West Brom game, and he said that to me personally. Actually, for 45 minutes we couldn't get near you, and at times tonight, as I say, I thought we played some great stuff.
This is the first time you've seen Chivala play an extended period of time for the Timbers. How impressed were you with this game tonight?
Well, I've known him for 4-something years. I had him in the reserve team down in Houston. I know what he's capable of doing. He's as comfortable playing on the right side as he is on the left, because he's naturally two-footed, which is great for us. Comfortable in the ball. He came from an organisation when we were there. We won a couple of championships, and he's comfortable playing in big games. And I felt tonight his distribution, him and Jeremy Hall, his distribution from the back was excellent.
What was the big difference in the second half tonight? You guys were able to hold on the lead and really kind of play as well in the second half, pretty much as you did in the first.
Well, we mentioned before the game that us as a staff, as a club, we're sick and tired of losing games, regardless of what it is. And I've always said that to you, John. It doesn't matter whether it's PDL games, U15, Timbers, teams. You pull on the uniform, it's got to mean something special to you. And we came in at half time, 2 goals up, and I said to them, we don't concede tonight. This has got to end, and it starts tonight. We end giving up goals and clinging on for games. And I felt the guys you could just tell they had a little bit of look in their eyes that they'd worked so hard to get into this position against a quality team, and they weren't going to let it slip. And as I say, I think from a couple of free kicks from distance in the second half, they never really gave us any problems.
John, how difficult has it been for you to keep your patience throughout the season, because the team has blown a couple leads, and yet as the head coach, you've got to have patience to keep driving forward, pushing the team?
Well, you have to remember, we know what we are. We've never ever said since from day one that we got here that we were Barcelona, or we were going to do this, or we were going to do that. We said we were going to come out and be competitive. I felt that we've played some really good football at times. We've let ourselves down at times. You've got to remember that when players make mistakes, which they do because they're human beings, everybody makes mistakes. I can't stand up here and call someone out, and then I'm going to lose that guy, plus lose the rest of my group forever. So I've got to protect the players. I know that we've made mistakes in the past. Guys have miscleared balls or not tracked a runner and there's been a goal. But you have to remember that I'm here to protect them. I'm here to coach them. But when I stand in front of you guys, I've got to protect them. When I get them one-on-one and I show them the video, they'll put their hand up and say, yeah, I should have done better. We know that. We know we should not have given up so many points. We probably could have not conceded 15 goals, maybe a little bit more this year, if we'd have just been a little bit switched on, concentration's a little bit better. But that's part and parcel of being a new team, gelling together. It's going to take us not 3, 4, 5 years. It's going to take us a little bit of time to really get used to each other and know each other's habits inside and out. And we've got a lot of young players here, but I must add a lot of young quality players. I felt Sal Zizzo tonight. If I was a scout watching the game, I would put a bid in for him because I thought he was magnificent.
One more for John, please.
You guys used a 4-3-3 tonight. How did you feel like that worked out for you?
Well, as I say, I mean, in the exhibition games we went with that formation. I just feel that when you put more of the attacking players in that role, you know, you look at Sal's a midfield player, but he has a nose just to get in behind people. He wants to get in and use that speed of his. And obviously Kenny at the other side. The difference with, you know, Darlington and Khalifa is they're natural central midfield players, and they tend to want to play in front of the back four. We're trying to encourage our guys to run beyond the back four. Can we thread them balls through like exactly like the one Eddie Johnson threaded through for Sal to score? And as I say, I don't think there's we're not always winning games. We're trying to play, you know, good football as best as we can. But I think in the exhibition games, the fans should be walking away, you know, looking at us saying, I tell you what, they were exciting tonight.
Is there any way you could use that in an MLS game, that formation?
Well, we spoke to Todd Durbin tonight, and he said we were going to get 3 points if we would have won the game, so we're going to take the 3 points.